I have been told never to do this by many locals. I've been told never to film when it is a bright, sunny, blue sky day out. Locals like the idea that people think that Seattle is always wet, dark, and dreary, and I guess they think that all of you won't move here quite as much if you think it's always wet and dreary and dark and all of that. Yeah, so just don't move here, okay? That's all I have to say. But yeah, it's not always wet and dreary, as you can see. So the weather out today is actually pretty nice. It's going to be in the mid-50s Fahrenheit, obviously, and wow, it's a nice little change to the cold we've been getting. Even the lows are not too bad. It's been above freezing as lows, so I'm enjoying the warmer weather. I would have never called that warm before, but not bad now. I'm not complaining too much now. Not too much. So I've been having kind of a lazy morning. It's getting to be just about 11 o'clock, and being that the weather is so nice, I am going to try to get out and move around a bit. So I'm here in Bellevue. So being that the weather is so nice out today, I figure I'm just going to leave my van parked and I'm going to do some walking. Bellevue, I wouldn't say is generally thought of as a walking city, but I am parked close enough to where I need to go to just leave the van and do some walking, so not too far. So the first order of business is to get a cup of coffee, and I know I should have made a cup of coffee in the van, but being that I kind of slept in and then watched videos and replied to comments and emails and all that, I'm just ready to be out of the van. So should have done all that out of the van in this little park, but yeah, I'm up now, so I think I'm gonna just skip making coffee in the van just so I can get out and move, and I'm gonna walk down and get a cup of one of my favorite cups of coffee. I'm almost out of coffee beans as well, so that's on the list of things to do today. So Cafe Vita is one of my favorite local roasters. Unfortunately, I had to come into a mall to get this cup, but I would say that that's worth it. I think as malls go, that is a fairly nice one, but I don't want to be in a mall today. It is just too nice out here. So what's next is coffee beans. I gotta get some coffee beans. All right, here we are. I've been to this place before. This is where I bought my hand grinder. I use a hand grinder to grind my coffee, and I bought it here at Seattle Coffee Gear. The cool thing about this place is they will give you samples of any of these coffees that you see. Really like this place. I picked this one, which has the name Static on the bag. It doesn't show it on that label. This Leviathan looked interesting. And then 49th Parallel is, I guess, my favorite coffee place from Vancouver. So I just thought I'd try that one because I hadn't seen that before anywhere else. Well, I've walked back over to the park right near where I have parked. And then I remembered I didn't tell you what coffee I ended up buying. I bought this one, so it's the Static branded coffee, and I find it funny, it's LA Traffic Blend. I figured this is probably the right coffee for me. I didn't actually get to try this one there. They didn't have this one available for a sample, but I think I'm gonna like it anyway. I like it for the name anyway, so I'll have to let you know once I brew some up. But in the meantime, I have a little too much on. I've got my down 3-in-1 Columbia jacket on, and then I bought this sweater that I've been wearing under it, and I am sweating even though it's still what I would consider to be cold. It's in the 50s, but obviously that's warm for this time of year. So I'm gonna run back to the van and get rid of the sweater, and I think in order to take advantage of the beautiful weather, because as you can still see, it is still bright blue skies and sunny out, I'm gonna walk down to the water, and the water is Lake Washington. So a lot of you ask where I park on a regular basis, so I thought I would share that here with you today. This is just a little park down in Bellevue, and this is just a regular old side street, as you can see here. We've got Bellevue off in the distance. We have this little park here. So basically, this is the type of place that I park on a regular basis. Now, I've never parked here before, but this is the type of place that I like to park. This is just legal street parking, and that means that nobody's really going to bother me. I rolled up here about 5:30 last night, and so I was able to stay here all night. As soon as I got into town, I parked here and I haven't moved. And that's just the way I do it. I know a lot of other people do it differently, but I park wherever it is legal to park, and that's how I park. With all this coffee drinking and all this walking, I really need to get something to eat. Luckily for me, there is a local pizza shop here, so I think I'll grab a slice. Well, my plan was to sit right out there on that little dock, but as you can see, it's under construction. Would have been a nice view to sit and eat lunch. Oh well. Just keeping it simple. 2 slices of cheese pizza. I've actually had Pagliacci's pizza before, so I know this is going to be good. And while it's a little disappointing I couldn't sit down by the lake, this is not a bad place to sit and eat lunch either. And look, still blue skies. Well, I'm back in the van here. It was really nice hanging out here in Bellevue all weekend. And I think especially this little park was a nice little find. I hadn't known about this park before. I just found this because there was free parking. So I got to keep this in mind. The only thing is the park is getting to be a little bit crowded. So I decided to move along. So I'm not quite sure where I will go, but find someplace hopefully less crowded. I figured I'd stop and give you a little look at Lake Washington. This is a really beautiful little lake. Well, I shouldn't say little, it's the second largest lake in the state, freshwater lake in the state anyway. So that's Bellevue off in the distance where I just came from. So I'm just a little bit south of that area now. Beautiful today with the blue skies. I actually think it's even prettier when it's kind of rainy and foggy, but this'll do. This'll do. Well, this actually might be more crowded. This probably wasn't the best idea, but you know, it's almost 5 o'clock, and that means all this great sunshine that I've been soaking up today is going to be gone because it gets dark about 5 o'clock this time of year. So even though it's crowded in here, I think I'm just going to go in and use the Wi-Fi. Probably not going to eat here. Not crazy about the Swedish meatballs, but you never know. Now, one thing I was thinking of as I was driving over here is that whenever I'm in a more affluent neighborhood, like I was just in Bellevue, I always see a lot of vehicles with California license plates. And in the summertime, I kind of think, well, maybe they're just snowbirds. But being that it's winter, I'm figuring that those are probably people that have just moved here. And so, you know, they haven't gotten new license plates yet. So maybe I really shouldn't be filming when it's nice, sunny, blue skies out. Maybe I should only film when it's gray and rainy. Maybe I'm adding to the problem.